Divine peace and blessings, everyone. This is Collease with Spirit Guided Tarot. Tonight's timeless pick a pile is called Messages from Your Loved Ones. These messages and the advice they would like to transmit to you are from your loved ones that have carried on to the other side and are beyond the veil. No matter how they died, no matter how long ago, we still have memories and love in our hearts from those who are no longer here. These readings are touching for me because for most of you who will choose to take part in this video also have loved ones who are no longer with us. So I ask that you take 30 seconds, meditate on the numbers below, and pick a card or a number that pulls your energy the most. Okay, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, pile number 5. So I'll go ahead now and give you 20 to 30 seconds to pick a pile that resonates with you the most. Welcome back. So for those of you who chose pick a pile option number 1, this is for you. All right, so these are the advice cards and the messages here. We have, it is beautiful where I am. So this is your ancestors' way, your loved one's way of letting you know that where they are is a beautiful place. It's your loved one's way of letting you know that they feel safe, they are comfortable, they have joy. Okay? Any place that you can consider or deem beautiful is a place that is beautiful. Being behind the veil for them is a whole nother place. It is totally different from where we are. And although they are not with us, they are still with us. Okay? I am with the rest of the family. So for those of you who chose pick a pile option number 1, they may have a spouse, siblings, close aunts and uncles, cousins that have transitioned, and they have been greeted by this additional family. They could have a spouse that passed a year or more before they transitioned. They could have had a sibling that passed a year or so before their transition. And they are there with them. And they were greeted by them. So it's beautiful to have someone on the other side, a familiar face. They are saying to you, we have been together in dreams. This is not uncommon for me to hear this. I've studied some of the Aboriginal practices of the Australians, and they believed that dream time is ancestor time. And there is a way they practiced contacting their ancestors in dreamland. You may have experienced dreams that you woke up with without knowledge of having any of those connections in your dreams, but you woke up so happy, and you may have thought about them throughout your day, and that was you connecting with them in dreamland. So they are making you aware of your ability to connect with them in your dreams. Okay? It is not your fault. Those of you who chose pick a pile option number 1 may be carrying the burden of guilt. With carrying the burden of guilt, you may feel as if your hand had played a role in their death some way, somehow. You may feel or attach yourself with being a complicated person who may have stressed them out, caused their illness, whatever have you. But they're saying it's not your fault. And that alone is healing power coming to you, just letting you know that you are beating yourself up over something you had no control over. If it was just a few minutes, if they had only picked up the phone, if I had to just answer the call, whatever the situation be, it's not your fault. Okay? They want you to know that it's not your fault. Okay? So don't beat yourself up. Let's get to the advice. So we have beauty. Okay? Beauty talks about it being more than just skin deep. A person that carries guilt and blame may only be paying attention to the qualities that they have on the outside and not the qualities that are within. It also speaks about beauty and believing in your own truth. Being able to look yourself in the mirror and accept yourself for who you are. Beauty isn't just skin deep, is what they are saying to you. They're also saying to you, keep positive. Keep a positive attitude. Think positive. You are capable of bringing beauty into this world from the qualities that you have within, not just the qualities that you address outside. This card here says listening, and there is some really fine print on this one. It says darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always equate to good. And this deals with things being in black and white and how sometimes we don't look at the gray in between. Also, this card is a message saying to you that listening to what people aren't saying is most important. More important than listening to what they are saying. Read in between the lines when it comes to listening. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. This card also talks about good and bad experiences. Okay? And you know a person's heart well by what they speak and what it is they don't speak. And in order to judge a person, you have to know their heart. So by listening, you are not just taking in, but you are learning to discern right from wrong. By also listening to what it is a person isn't saying, you are learning right from wrong, good or bad judgment. Learn a person's heart and their desires through listening. Movement. This is a card that is saying movement is now possible. If you've been thinking about traveling, if you've been thinking about moving to a new home, if you are wondering if things will get going and moving in the direction either towards you to bring you great opportunities, better opportunities, movement is happening. Things aren't going to stay the same. Okay? Pay close attention to what's being presented to you. Okay? That is right next to the listening card. You have next the obedience card, okay? Obedience, they want you to know that there are laws put in place to protect you, to protect everyone else, and you may be dealing with issues concerning authority. And they see this and they're saying, be careful of your choices. Don't be too easily influenced. Be careful how you move. You may slip up, okay? Obedience is also saying that these laws are set in place not only to protect others and to protect us from others, but to protect us from our own selves. And if you are a person that is hurting on the inside and you feel guilty and you have lost your self-worth and you lack direction and you fight with authority and you don't feel as if you're beautiful enough, good enough, then this here message is saying to you overall that I love you and I want the best for you. I need you to see clearly. I need you to heal. I am no longer hurting. I am happy here. It is beautiful. I am still with you. I see what it is you're going through. I know what it is you're doing. And I just need you to do better. For some of you, there may be a trip that you will be taking. The opportunity to fly or even train or bus, whatever it is. But this is an opportunity that you should make the best of. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Let go of any rebellious ways that you're holding on to so that you may get the most out of your trip. Let go of any hurt and pain, any sorrow, because you are loved, you are being watched, and they would love for you to get over the hurt, pain, and guilt so you can live a fuller life. So for those of you who chose pick a pile option number 1, this message is pretty clear. This message is pretty true. Stay true to yourself and who you are. Do not be easily persuaded. Do not be gullible and misled by the words of other people. Don't take light the laws that we have to abide by while we're living. No matter where we go, in life or in death, there are rules we have to follow. So I'll just leave you with that, and feel free to leave a comment below. I hope that this reading has helped. Divine peace and blessings. Welcome to those of you who chose Pick a Pile option number 2. This reading is for you. feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so the first message we have here is, I see all of your thoughts. There is just something about being behind the veil versus being in human flesh that is phenomenal. To be able to see a person's thoughts isn't literal in the sense of words, but it is visual. This card is saying to you that they know when you are confused, happy, sad, angry, celebrating, in love. They have access to a sight and a way of seeing things that we as humans do not have. That is beautiful. You would never think that beyond the veil would be so precise, would be flawless. But when you really think about it, it's definitely a possibility. It's something about the human flesh that makes us imperfect. And there is something about spirit that makes them better. And now leave that card with that last note. And it says here, we will be together again. And you better believe it. There are cycles in life and no one is going to live forever. However, while we're here, we are supposed to make the most of it. The goal is to meet your loved ones on the other end and them being happy to see you, not disappointed, not surprised, but knowing that your time has come. Some will come to get you, to greet you, waiting for you anxiously with love in their heart because they were made aware of your time coming. And we all will go one day. And this says we will be together again. And that time, no one knows. So don't make it soon. Live your life. Live your life to the fullest. Make them proud of you. Now that you know that they are watching, make them proud. Now that you know that they have abilities, give them something to talk about. Good things. This card says, I am learning over here. And you would think, and I recall having a discussion some years ago with a few people regarding our loved ones and the ancestors, we call them, whether or not they learn on the other side. And this here is confirmation that they do. There are things that I know my daughter, who is on the other side, has learned to do to show me signs, and I have picked up on them. And it is signs through television, synchronicities in television shows, numbers, people that may resemble her. They are able to do multiple things as spirit beings, and they too have rules to follow. And it is important also for them to learn how to be a spirit. So trust and believe when they say, I am learning over here, they are learning. And this card here, the earth is our school. Now imagine that if while you're in the flesh, you are learning, you go to school, we go to college, we pick up books, we read articles, we live life. We're taught by each individual that we allow to give us knowledge. If outside of our parents doing so, we pick up knowledge from people, places, and things. In today's world, it's the World Wide Web. A lot of us still read books. So the earth is our school. So they're saying to you that even after death, they are still learning. They are learning how to be a spirit. They are learning how to help you and how to help themselves as a spirit now. Let's take a look at some of the all of the messages they have for you. Mm. Success. And this card is representing a congratulations. What they're saying to you is that they see you working hard and to keep up that good work. Keep up the good work because it will one day pay off for you. And they are doing the best they can, Spirit just said. They are doing the best they can to help you the best way that they can to achieve what it is you seek to accomplish. So do the best you can. Work hard. It will pay off. The High Priestess of Earth. This card is a reminder for you to take walks in nature as often as you possibly can to receive messages through nature. This card is also saying that some of you may be in a relationship with someone where you don't quite know where you stand, yet you want to move forward with them. And they're saying, wait for the signal to move forward. Allow that person to gently open up to you, not to rush, but allow. It's like the flower, the rose in a garden. It has its season of blooming. Treat this person as if they are a flower, and they will eventually bloom. I feel that's what this message is. This card could also be hinting towards sleep. And I feel that the message they want to give you with regards to this card is saying your time management may be off. You're not properly nourishing yourself. You're not sleeping good at night, and they see that. So for those of you who chose Pick a Pal option number 2, you know what you have to do. Conclusion. So what they are saying with this is you may not want to say goodbye to them or goodbye to a situation because of the memories you have with them or the memories you have with a person that they're observing in your life. They're saying that part of our experiences on life is to be able to close the chapter and move on to the next. So if there's anything in your life that you need to let go of, hurt, pain, sorrow, guilt, shame, letting go of the crisis around the loss of a loved one, or letting go someone who may be in your life and not giving you what you need in a relationship. If you don't feel loved, then there is time to bring things to an end, to a close. Grove. I didn't want to use much light tonight because I didn't feel like this reading should be uh, really personal, but personal. And this card that your loved ones chose, this card is one that speaks about apologies. If there are any of you that chose Pick a Pal option number 2 and you feel obliged to apologize to anyone that you have ever harmed, or if you feel obliged to apologize to your loved one that is no longer here, they are saying to you, better now than never. I kind of feel that, even still with this card, it's saying that imperfection is perfection. That we're not perfect. Therefore, being imperfect is perfect. They're saying that they watch over you and they want you to heal from your loss. You miss them. That's what I feel this card is also saying. So for those of you who chose Pick a Pal option number 2, I feel strongly that the messages here are pretty clear, that you are being cared for. They know how you feel. They know what you're thinking. They watch your thoughts. They know the guilt or the apology that you would like to express. And so therefore you should, because it will allow the process of healing in your life, and you can close that chapter in your life. You'll never be able to forget about them. You love them. They will not leave you unless they have a job to do with you that they have successfully helped you with, and feel confident in knowing that you will be okay without them. So I'll leave you with that note. Pick a pile, option number 2's divine peace and blessings. Welcome. For those of you who chose Pick a Pile option number 3, this is for you. The message your loved ones have is, I am just a thought away. So it's to say that you're speaking with them telepathically. Whenever you think of them, they see it, they hear it, they know it, they feel it. There is nothing in the way of them connecting with you. Nothing. So therefore you shouldn't feel as if there is a way, or you shouldn't feel that there isn't a way for you to connect with them. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. These readings, I love this set of cards. You have to excuse me if I choke up a little bit, because the messages, sometimes as I'm reading, I get messages, and they're beautiful, okay? And I feel like what it is they want you to know is that even in your indecision, you are still choosing. Okay? So there is something that they are observing in your life right now with regards to not being able to make a choice that is of your highest good. Then choose to love. And if you feel as if love isn't loving you, then you release and you allow love to show you what love is. I will always point you in the right direction. And here we were just discussing choices, not being able to make decisions, not knowing that indecision is still a choice, because you have the power to change things. And what this card here is saying to you, who chose pile number 3 is saying that the messages that you are receiving now is what you need to hear. And to know that what you're receiving now is coming to you at a time when you really need to hear it. The direction that you'll be given with regards to your loved one who is no longer here through this reading is meant for you to hear it now. And they want you to take heed. They want you to accept this message because there are advice cards that I have to, there are advice cards that I have to give you that will give you guidance. And this is from your loved ones. I have become one of your guides. Mm, 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 mm. All right, brace yourself. For those of you, for those of you who chose pick a pile number 3, brace yourself. I feel like the messages that will come in after this will be intended to help you make a decision, okay? A very important decision, or a decision of importance, okay? Let's see what we have. Wow. Lust. They're saying be careful of your desires. Check to see if they are good. For some of you, there could be someone in your life who is lustful. If this does not apply to you, then reverse it. So some of you have lustful desires. Some of you, and that can be, apply it where it's supposed to go. Some of you have lustful desires. Some of you may be with someone who has lustful desires. Check to see if your desires are good. Or from the actions of the person that you're with, see if their actions are good. Choose love. Choose love over desire. Choose love over lust. Choose love over lust. Wow. What's next? Differences. For some of you, Spirit is saying to me that you're probably having a hard time with you're having a hard time accepting others for who they are. That we are all created in and we are all unique. Allow others to express themselves, and you too should be allowed to express yourself. Choose love over lust. Allow others to express themselves. We are unique. We have differences. Choose love. Some of you, because you find that dating isn't easy and we get caught up on the hang-ups and the flaws of a person. We decide to be lustful instead of choosing love. And they're saying choose love, not lust. Embrace your uniqueness. Allow other people to express themselves. Get to know them for who they are. Accept the fact that you are different from they, and they are different from you. That is what they're saying. See the white cat? See the black cat? They're still cats. And they understand each other perfectly. Honesty. Mm. Be honest with yourself, they say, with what you truly want. Mm. For those of you who are waiting for this person to give you clarity with regards to where you are with them, you have the right to an honest answer. You have the right for clear messages. You have the right to know the truth. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. If people only understood the power of the truth, if people only understood the power of the truth, how it sets us free from having to wear a mask, from having to play a role. Notice I said, wear a mask and play a role. Why play? Why not just be? Be who you want to be. Be true to yourself. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. The greatest freedom is having the truth. And I'm going to leave it at that. Oath. Okay. Let the person go. If this is a marriage, if this was a promise, if you promise someone that you would never leave them, married or not, you have to do what's right for you. If you're not being honest with that person, or if you know that person isn't being honest with you, your loved one is saying, listen, I'm watching all things. I see what's happening. I'm one of your spirit guides. I want you to choose love over lust. Do you really love this person, or do you lust them? Do they really love you, or do they just have lust in their heart for you? Choose love. If you made promises that you can't keep, and you have to let them go because you can't be there for them anymore, let them go. If you are having a hard time letting go of a loved one, They're saying to you as well, let me go. All right. So for those of you who chose Pick a Pal option number 3, these messages again here are very clear as to what their purpose in life with you and what purpose they have beyond the veil they have with you, and what it is they see you going through that they would like for you to address, that they would like to see you get better with. They're saying they're not going to steer you in the wrong direction. They see something that you see, that you know, but you need confirmation. This is your confirmation. Choose love over lust. If a person that has made you a promise isn't keeping their promises, let them go. Let them go. Because they are hurting you. And your loved one sees it. And they don't want you to hurt. If you're crying at night, they don't want you to cry. If you are lost and your mind is cloudy and you are lacking direction, they are saying to you they see this and they know why. Trust the direction that you're being given. All right. So for those of you that chose Pick a Pile option number 3, that was for you. Pick a Pile option number 4. Welcome everyone. These are messages from your loved ones. There is no such thing as death. And in the previous Pick a Pal options below, we discussed the ancestors and our loved ones pretty much having the ability to learn in life with us beyond the veil. That even after we are gone, there is still some learning to do. And they watch us to get these lessons. They watch the living to learn how to be spirits. There is no such thing as death. Believe in yourself. You can do it. They're saying to you, we are watching you. And we see what you're trying to accomplish and not to give up. You have to believe in you before anyone else believes you. They see what you're capable of, and they encourage you to believe in yourself. You may be trying to build an empire. You may be trying to set down a foundation. You could be going out there and getting your first job ever. Whatever the situation is, your loved ones are saying, believe in yourself. Okay? So this card here, it says, there is no time where I am. Time is only on earth. So this means they are never tired. They are never sleepy. They don't have a need for rest. They don't need rest. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to watch you while you're sleeping, is what it is they're saying. We are soulmates. This pile number 4 could be that you were best friends. You could have been married to your soulmate. You could have been in love with your soulmate. Take whatever resonates with you. They're saying they are here with you, that there is no such thing as death if you ever asked. To believe in yourself always. Know that you can do whatever it is you set your mind and your heart to do. You are able. You are capable. If you're willing and if you're ready. High Priestess of Water. They're saying to you, go with the flow. Sometimes, you know what my elder had said to me some time ago with regards to you can't push the river, okay? You have to go with the flow. You can't push the river. Love. This is saying to you, love without conditioning. Love without conditions. To love unconditionally. When we do something for others, we do it from the heart. We don't do something looking for something in return. We love. You are love. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. For some of you, if you are in a relationship with someone and it has become confusing, if you are confused about where this person stands with you, you are confused in love, let it go and allow love to show you love, a greater love. Allow love to show you a greater love. Choices. When we choose not to make a decision, we're still making a decision. If you are undecided if you should stay, or if you are undecided if you should go, or you want to go and you have chosen to stay, or if you want to leave and you haven't, you're choosing. You're choosing regardless of your not being able to make a decision. And they see this. They know how you feel. They see your thoughts. They know what it is you're going through. Summon. They're saying to you, if you need help with making a decision, if you need help, direction, or guidance, to call on them. Call on them. They will be there for you. They will help you to make the best decision for you. Meditate, pray, whatever it is you need to do. I kind of feel like number 4 is connected with number 2. You may want to watch number 2 and number 3 and number 4. They all seem to have some really great therapeutic messages that I think those of you who chose Pick a Pal option number 4 could greatly benefit from. If you can make the time to watch those piles, I would do so. I feel a connection with 2, 3, and number 4. So for those of you who chose Pick a Pile option number 4, this reading was for you. I'm going on now to Pick a Pile option number 5. Welcome to those of you who chose Pick a Pile option number 5. This is for you. These are your advice cards. I'll get to them next. The first message you have from your ancestors is, I am surrounded by loving animals. So there is a possibility that your ancestor, your loved one, may have been allergic to animals, but on the other side, it has no effect on them. It could be that your ancestor or your loved one was afraid of animals, but they don't have that fear beyond the veil. It could also be that they had a love for animals while they were alive, and they are being nurtured by these and surrounded by these loving animals even beyond the veil. Okay? They say, I am so much better now. Your loved one could have been mentally ill, physically ill, handicapped, whatever the situation be. They could have died suddenly from stroke or heart attack, from a, whatever the situation be. They're saying to you that they feel much better now. Whatever issues they had in life, they no longer have those issues, including allergies to pets. They may have loved pets and they couldn't have pets when they were alive, but now they can. Take whatever resonates with you. They say my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. Some of you may feel a deep sorrow for your loved one who has passed away in some form that may have been painful or imagined pain. And it could have been abrupt, or it could have been an illness that dragged on for a long time. And they just want you to know that their death was painless. Taking that last breath was painless. And not to worry or hold on if you were there when they passed away. Not to hold on to the guilt and watching them go on to the other side. Tears cleanse the soul. If you have been holding back tears, if you have been wanting to cry and you haven't, Awesome. All right. So my computer needed to be charged, and I needed to go and grab my charger for my laptop. So I apologize for the interruption. It says tears cleanse the soul, and where I was leaving off was that, if your loved one has passed 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 years ago, and you still cry, that it is okay to cry because it cleanses the soul. So let's get to the advice. Meditation. They're saying if you pray or if you need quiet, go into quiet space, quiet time. Okay? If you are trying to connect with them, go into the quietness of your mind through meditation and just wait. Mm. Look, look at this. Forbidden. Trying to show you this card. Now, here where things get a little different. Forbidden talks about being able to communicate with your loved ones in a manner that could be more magical than it would be spiritually coming from within. You may have been looking for ways to connect with your loved one magically. Some of you, they're saying the path that you have chosen to communicate with them may harm you. They're saying no and stop. Risk. You could be risking harm to yourself. You could be a little too extreme with regards to the way you are seeking to communicate with them. They are saying quiet your mind through meditation and wait for them to contact you. Do not take the risk trying out things you see online because there are risks, okay? Invisible, okay? You want to remain invisible. You do not want to be seen beyond the veil because there are things there that you don't understand. Uh, think about your actions. Is it truly worth it? Think of the consequences. They're saying being invisible protects you. Okay? There will be some of you who chose pick a pile option number 5 who have thought of taking your own lives. And they're saying stop. There are some of you who have decided to magically induce contact with those who are no longer here. And they're saying you're putting yourself at risk. There are dangers. You will not be invisible. And you may cause yourself or bring harm to you. So try meditating instead of the magical approach. For those of you who are not trained in any particular system of magic or mysticism or tradition, to be careful. For those of you who chose this pile who aren't practitioners and who are thinking of leaving this world before it's your time, they're saying, don't do it. Do not bring harm to yourself. It is not your time. These messages are very clear. And once again, I feel that these messages are worth giving and sharing. At first, I didn't think that I would like reading messages on a non-personal level, such as pick-a-piles, but I've found them to be helpful. I found them to be encouraging, inspiring. They give you insight. They help me on my journey. And I'll leave you with that. I hope that you all have enjoyed this pick-a-pile. Divine peace and blessings.